In this video, we are going to say goodbye to PSVR2, hello to flat screen racing. As GT7 PSVR2 users, we are definitely in the minority here. So I want to see what's so great about playing GT7 on a flat screen. You know, all the top GT7 drivers you're watching are probably playing on a flat screen. All the GT7 competitions are being played on flat screens. But why? I wanted to see what have I been missing by playing on a PSVR2. So ever since I got GT7, it was the same day I got PSVR2. I never tried playing this game on a flat screen. Well, today we are racing on a flat screen. I didn't want to race a daily race. You know, I didn't want to mess up someone else's race trying to figure out this whole flat screen thing. So hopped into an AI race at Brands Hatch. So right off the bat, I noticed immediate differences. Well, I can now see my kid doing flips all over the room I was racing in. You know, not a distraction at all. Watching her foot almost kick me in the face while she's cartwheeling through the room. You know, doesn't things like this happen all the time to real drivers at the racetrack? Wait, but now I can also see my dog eating and biting things he shouldn't be. Will I be able to stop him from chewing the PS5 controller and take the next turn at the same time without wrecking? Well, okay, challenge accepted. So what am I getting at here? Well, when you're racing on a flat screen, you have everything around you to distract you. You are not removed from your surroundings. In VR, when racing, you know, the outside world, it just kind of disappears. It becomes you, the car, the track. You're completely removed from reality and tricked into thinking you're at the track, really sitting in that car with real drivers all around you, you know, real people cheering you on. So how's the racing though? How's the racing on a flat screen? Can playing on a flat screen still be fun after only racing on PSVR2? Well, you know, yes and no. I felt a huge disconnect from the car. I didn't feel like I was driving a car. I didn't feel like I was in the game, but rather I was just playing a game. I wanted to turn my head to look at the apex like one would do, you know, when driving a real car, but I couldn't. I felt like I was just guessing things while I was racing. Why did I decide to use the bumper cam? Well, it's the view I always see everyone using who races on a flat screen. So I decided, you know, let's go with it. You know, why didn't I choose a cockpit view? Because you can't change the point of view, which is extremely important in that view. So iRacing only offers a cockpit view, but it always lets you set your point of view based on your seating distance from your screen and also based on the size of your screen. Without these settings, cockpit view is really pointless, you know? I do like the mirror you get in the bumper cam view. It can also be helpful, but with this view, you know, every single car from a visual standpoint will look exactly the same. You don't get to appreciate the cockpit of the different cars. The feeling of sitting on, you know, on the left side of a car, on the right side of a car, a single seater in the center. You totally lose all of that on a flat screen. You know, you also get this same generic view for the rev limiter, and not what you actually, you know, see in the actual car. You kind of, you know, you lose all that authenticity of what each car actually offers within it. As for speed, I don't think that matters as much. Practice something long enough and, you know, you'll get good at it. You can race well on a flat screen and you can race well in VR. You just need to put the time in it. So will I be giving up PSVR2 and GT7 for a flat screen? Heck no. The immersion in VR sim racing at the quality these games are delivering right now is at such a level that you're not thinking about the lower quality graphics, you know, over a 4K monitor. You get so immersed, you're fooled into believing you're actually in the action and like you're there. That feeling when you take the headset off after a race and brought back to your room, you're like, wow, was I really in this room the whole time? You know, any shortcomings you might come across by using VR, whether it's comfort thing, getting hot and, you know, sweating, which is very common when you're wearing VR headsets. You know, the use of a fan can combat that. You know, the small sweet spot in PSVR2, lower res graphics compared to a 4K monitor, you know, or even the lack of racing information that you get on the screen. The immersion that PSVR2 offers outshines all the negatives that you might encounter with PSVR2 or VR headsets in sim racing in general. So while I made it to the end of this race on a flat screen, I totally cannot wait to get back to PSVR2. And I really want to know, you know, what's your guys' opinion on this? If you went from a flat screen to VR, or if you went to VR and back to a flat screen, you know, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, thumb it up, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. We out of here. Peace.